All right, let's talk about how to talk to AI. We're going to pull back the curtain on getting these powerful tools to actually do what you want. And this isn't just a bunch of tips. This is your guide, based on a huge new report that dives deep into the science of prompting.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You ask for something super specific, and the AI just gives you back this generic mush, or it completely misses the point. It's so frustrating, and you kind of feel like the tool's just broken.
But what if I told you the problem isn't the AI at all? The real secret, the key to unlocking those mind-blowing results, it's us. It's the user. The quality of the answer you get is almost always a direct reflection of the quality of the question you ask. And that brings us to this whole new skill, which is kind of like an art form, really. The art of AI whispering. It's all about learning the specific language these models understand, so you can guide them to give you exactly what you need.
Okay, but how do we know what actually works? Well, this whole explainer is grounded in a massive review of 1,565 academic papers, all about prompting. So this isn't guesswork. This is what the science is telling us.
The official name for all this is prompt engineering. And you know, the most important word on this slide is iterative. This isn't about just firing off one command and hoping for the best. It's a process. It's a back and forth where you tweak and refine your input, kind of like perfecting a recipe to get that perfect dish. So, if it's a recipe, you gotta ask, what are the ingredients? Let's break it down and look at the anatomy of a truly perfect prompt. First up, and this is the most obvious part, is the directive. This is your core command. It's the action word, the verb. Write this, summarize that, translate this. You want to be crystal clear and direct here. This is the foundation everything else is built on. Next up is the role, and let me tell you, this is a total game changer. By telling the AI who it should be, you get to control its whole vibe, its tone, its style, its level of expertise. I mean, asking it to act as a skeptical historian is going to give you a completely different answer than act as an enthusiastic tour guide, even if you're asking about the same exact thing.
And then we've got examples, or what researchers call shots. This is where you stop telling and start showing. Instead of trying to describe the format you want, you just give it an example. If you provide one example, that's a one-shot prompt. Give it a few, and that's a few-shot prompt. This is just an incredibly powerful way to teach the AI a specific pattern you're looking for.
And you can see right here how it all comes together so beautifully. We assign a role, witty copywriter, we give a clear directive, write 3 taglines, and we specify the output format, a numbered list. Now just compare that to what most of us would write, something lazy like write coffee taglines. The difference in the quality you get back is going to be night and day. It's not even close.
Okay, so now that we've got those basic building blocks down, let's look at some really effective prompting techniques that researchers have found. These are strategies that are proven to work, and you can start using them, like right now.
So the most basic choice you'll make is between zero-shot and few-shot prompting. Zero-shot is for simple stuff, the things the AI already knows how to do, like what's the capital of France? Easy. But few-shot, that's your go-to when you have something more complex or nuanced. By showing it a couple of examples, you're basically holding its hand and guiding it to the exact type of answer you need.
This brings us to a technique that is so powerful, it almost feels like a cheat code. It's called chain of thought prompting. And the whole goal, like this quote says, is to get the AI to talk through its thinking. You're basically forcing it to slow down and think out loud before it spits out an answer. And check this out. This is the magic right here. On the left, a simple prompt for a basic math problem gets the answer completely wrong. But look what happens when we just add that one simple phrase, let's think step by step. Suddenly, the AI is forced to lay out its logic, follow the process, and it gets the right answer. This one little trick can make a massive difference in the AI's ability to reason.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The data is crystal clear. This chart shows the most powerful methods, ranked by how often they're cited in other scientific papers. And what do you see right there at the top? Few-shot learning and chain of thought. These aren't just cute tricks. They are scientifically the most effective ways we have to make these AIs perform better.
But, you know, prompting is quickly becoming about a lot more than just getting better text. We're heading into a future where prompts can actually trigger real-world actions, creating something called AI agents. And with that kind of power, well, a whole new set of challenges comes along with it.
So what in the world is an AI agent? Simply put, it's a system that doesn't just create text or pictures. It can actually use other tools to get things done. It's moving from being a writer to being an actor out in the digital world.
And what that means is they can break out of their own limitations. Instead of just guessing at a math problem, they can use a calculator to be perfect. Instead of being stuck with old training data, they can browse the live web for up-to-the-minute info. They can run code or even talk to other software through APIs. It's a huge leap.
But as you can probably imagine, giving an AI the power to actually do things in the world, that opens up a whole new level of risk we have to think about.
And this leads us to the dark side of prompting: hacking. Attackers can use something called prompt injection to trick an AI into totally ignoring its programming. Or they can use jailbreaking to get it to bypass its own safety rules, or even prompt leaking to force it to cough up secret information. This stuff is a massive security challenge for the future of AI.
Okay, I know that was a lot of information, so let's just boil this all down into a simple, actionable playbook that you can start using to seriously level up your own conversations with AI.
It really comes down to these 3 rules. Number 1, be an architect, not just an asker. Build a proper prompt with a role, a directive, and a format. 2, show, don't just tell. Anytime you're doing something complex, give the AI a few good examples to copy. And number 3, force the AI to think. Use that simple phrase, "let's think step by step," to unlock its reasoning power.
And I'll just leave you with this final thought. As these AI models get smarter and smarter and work their way into pretty much every part of our lives, it is very possible that the single most valuable skill a person can have won't be having all the answers, but knowing how to ask